Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about something that's on everyone's mind, money. Specifically, how to build real, lasting financial security in 2026. We all want it, right? More savings, less stress, a better future for ourselves and our families. But let's be honest, the world has changed. Money doesn't work the way it used to. Well, it just isn't enough anymore. So, how do you actually build wealth and stability in today's economy? We're going to break it down, step by step, using real data, proven behavioral insights, and strategies that actually work right now. First, and this is the most critical mindset shift, you have to understand that the old rules no longer apply. For generations, the path to financial success seemed so simple and clear. Study hard, get a good, stable job, diligently save a portion of your income, and eventually retire comfortably. And for a long time, that system actually worked for many people. But today, we live in a completely different financial landscape. The cost of living is rising at a pace that wages just can't keep up with. Think about housing, groceries, healthcare, everything costs more. Because of this, saving alone isn't a viable strategy for building wealth. In fact, studies consistently show that cash sitting in a standard savings account loses purchasing power every single year due to inflation. So, the very first step toward achieving your financial goals in 2026 is accepting this new reality. Money that is just sitting still is actively losing its power. You have to make it work for you. This brings us to our second point. Focus on building skills, not just chasing a salary. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is becoming entirely dependent on a single source of income from one job. The modern economy doesn't reward job titles nearly as much as it rewards valuable, adaptable skills. The people who are consistently growing their income the fastest are the ones who are constantly learning and honing their abilities. What kind of skills are we talking about? Think about digital skills, things like coding, digital marketing, or graphic design. Think about timeless abilities like complex problem solving, effective communication, and adaptability to new technologies and situations. Whether your field is tech, creative arts, data analysis, or even a traditional trade, the skills that can scale and be applied in different contexts are what create true financial freedom. The goal here isn't just to work more hours to earn more money. The goal is to increase your value per hour so your time becomes more and more profitable. Now, let's talk about building multiple income streams, even small ones. When people hear multiple income streams, they often picture some guru who owns 5 different businesses and works 20 hours a day. That's not what we're talking about. You don't need to become a serial entrepreneur to succeed. For most people, the most practical approach is to have one primary income from your main job and then build 1 or 2 smaller, backup streams. This backup could be anything. It could be freelancing in your area of expertise. It could be creating content online, like a blog, a podcast, or even a YouTube channel. It could be investing in stocks or real estate. It could even be creating and selling digital products like ebooks or online courses. Even a small second income, bringing in just a few $100 extra a month, can be a massive financial cushion. It protects you during uncertain times, like a job loss or an unexpected expense. Most financially secure people didn't get rich overnight. They built their wealth slowly and steadily by diversifying their income over time. Okay, let's move on to the spending side of the equation. Point 4 is to spend with intention, not with emotion. This is huge. One of the biggest and most common financial traps is emotional spending, and you can't blame yourself entirely for it. Our world is designed to make us spend money impulsively. Marketing campaigns are crafted by psychologists to trigger our desires and insecurities. Social media constantly pushes a culture of comparison, making you feel like you need the latest phone, the trendiest clothes, or that exotic vacation just to keep up. These trends create immense social pressure to spend. But learning to control your spending is often more powerful than earning more money. Think about it. The point of getting a raise if your spending just increases to match it. The goal here isn't to live a cheap, restrictive life where you can't enjoy anything. The goal is to be intentional. It's about consciously deciding where your money goes, making sure it aligns with your true values and long-term goals, rather than just reacting to fleeting emotions or external pressures. Next, let's talk about debt. Specifically, how to use debt carefully. There's a common belief that all debt is bad, but that's not entirely true. The real issue is uncontrolled high-interest debt, which can absolutely destroy your wealth. Things like credit card debt or high-interest personal loans quietly eat away at your income every single month, making it incredibly difficult to get ahead. On the other hand, smart debt can actually be a tool for growth. The key difference lies in awareness and purpose. If you take on debt to build a valuable skill, like a student loan for a high-demand degree, or a business loan to start a profitable venture, that debt can be a strategic investment. It helps you increase your future earning potential. But if your debt is only being used to fund a lifestyle you can't truly afford buying things you don't need to impress people you don't know, it becomes a dangerous trap that can hold you back for years. Point number 6 is to invest with patience, not emotion. If you've ever looked at the stock market, you know it can feel like a roller coaster. Markets go up and markets go down. It's the nature of the beast. The people who consistently win in the long run are not the ones who try to predict every little dip and surge. They're not the ones who panic and sell everything when the market drops, or greedily buy in at the peak of a hype cycle. The winners are the ones who stay consistent. They have a solid, long-term plan, and they stick to it, regardless of the daily noise and drama. Long-term investing has historically always beaten short-term guessing. There's a famous saying in the investment world: time in the market matters more than timing the market. It means that the longer your money is invested and allowed to grow, the more powerful the effect of compounding becomes. Trying to perfectly time the market is a fool's errand. Consistency is what builds real, generational wealth. And that brings me to my final and perhaps most important point. Build a long-term mindset. The single biggest advantage you can have in your financial journey in 2026 is patience. We live in a world that is completely obsessed with instant results. We want everything right now: instant fame, instant success, and instant wealth. But the truth is, anything truly worthwhile, especially financial security, is built slowly, brick by brick, over time. Consistency will always beat luck in the long run. Discipline will always beat hype. The most financially successful people in the world don't think in terms of weeks or months. They think in terms of decades. They make small, smart, consistent decisions every single day, knowing that those actions will compound into incredible results over 10, 20, or 30 years. So, let's wrap this up. The financial future doesn't belong to the lucky ones who stumble into money. It belongs to the prepared. It belongs to those who take the time to understand how money really works in today's world, who are willing to adapt to change, and who have the discipline to stay the course, even when it's hard. If you can do these things, you don't need to fear the future. You can shape it. You can build the financial life you've always wanted. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on building a better financial future. I'll see you in the next one.